Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Jason Hamill is the man towing the rubber for the Cubs in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, you can see there, he's been very dependable all year long. He's making his 30th start here in this one.
Stephen Piscotty heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
The first baseman, number 55, Stephen Piscotty.
Underway now in the weekend finale as the first pitch is looked at for strike one. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
And they've got the division title in their back pocket already. Now it's just a matter of playing for the seeding and maybe getting a few of your guys a day off or two before the real fun begins.
Line to the right side, and that's in there, a base hit. So the leadoff man is on here to get this one underway.
Oh, line shot into right to start things out. Now you have to worry about whether he'll be on the move or not.
Stepping in now, number 41, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 8 home runs and 19 driven in. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Hayward, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he's not stopping as third base coach Jose Oquendo's waving him in. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, that didn't take long. You get the leadoff single to start off the game, and then you follow that up with a 2-base hit. They're already on the scoreboard, and we haven't even had a chance to sit down yet.
Matt Carpenter will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. This is pulled into right, and that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit. The throw home, and he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. So the first 3 batters of the ball game hit safely against him here, and he's going to need to turn things around in a hurry before things get out of hand. Brandon Moss will dig in now, and he, like many others, was held hitless in the shutout yesterday afternoon.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
Grounded to the right. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right.
Boy, you hate to even consider getting the bullpen going here in the first inning, but we may see some stirring down there pretty soon now. That's 4 straight hits to start things off here in the first inning.
Matt Holliday stands in with another first inning RBI opportunity in store.
Yeah, and this has been an impressive first inning for these guys, and you know they'd love to tack one on here.
And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught having to play catch-up this early in the ball game. So you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
Now a ball hit fouled off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. Has to be thinking strikeout here. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. And now a shot of the Cardinals starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Well, you know, they rely so heavily on stringing hits together. They haven't had a lot of extra base hit power. They need more of that if they're going to be successful on a daily basis.
Johnny Peralta will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. Ripped on the ground to first. One there. Back to the pitcher, covering. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Cardinals 2, the Cubs coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Mike Leake gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's got close to 200 innings this year. He's been very dependable, thrown deep into a lot of ball games. He's looking to do the same in this one.
Jed Jerko has come into the ball game now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Jed Jerko.
Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
And that misses inside 1-0. And Eric, as we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2.
Yeah, you wonder if we're going to be seeing that high strike. That one looked to be above the letters, but not so in the eyes of the home plate umpire.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Steve, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Well, you got to chip away. You're down by 2 after the top of the first, and that doesn't guarantee they're not going to score more runs as this game goes along, but find a way to get yourself back in this game.
Kyle Schwarber will stride in as he's running out of time now if he wants to make a late push for that home run crown. Leake sets his sights. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1. You get that feeling? That'll be a pitch we see a lot of as this game goes along.
And when he's throwing that thing good, a lot of times that's where it winds up. So these guys are going to have to prove they can lay off that thing in the dirt or they're going to keep seeing it.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Well, Matt, I think Dixon has sometimes been thought of as a hitter's umpire. But the book on him is that he can be a little bit tight on the edges of the strike zone. That's a ball. We'll see if that's the case.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Cutter, and that's a called strike 2.
And now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
Bases are empty, 1 man out. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Batting third.
Chris Bryant takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
That's the pitch that's so hard to lay off. It looks pretty good coming in, but he breaks off his swing just in time.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you got to figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
3-1. Here it is. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 34 home runs now on the year. And with it, the Cubs have battled back to tie things at 2.
Well, it's got to be getting near the point where they need to make some alternate plans with this guy up there. I mean, now that's his 3rd home run in the series. I mean, what more do you need to see?
Anthony Rizzo will stand in as you take a look at that highlighted column on your screen. He's closing in on that home run title.
This is a guy year in and year out. You expect him to hit home runs, and he's hit 3 home runs in his last 10.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Reined in on to first, and there are 2 down. And with a quick breather here, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, we're going to talk about Yadier Molina defensively. We can just get to the gold gloves. Just a multitude of those. He's so soft behind the plate. He gets his pitchers a lot of pitches. He shuts down a running game. Very cerebral as well as far as setting up hitters. I don't know if the game has seen a better defensive catcher.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. Number 41 is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. 2nd inning coming up, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Yadier Molina will start us off here in inning number 2 with our score tied 2-2.
And with the way both teams swung the bats in the first inning, we may be looking at a lot more runs than that.
Hamill has his target. First pitch on the way. 2nd inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Blowing away as he misses again. 2-0.
You can bet he's a little rattled still from that first inning. He gave up a lot of solid contact that first time through the lineup.
Scorched to third. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the 2nd. And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs' alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, the last place you want to hit the ball against this team, right field. He won the Gold Glove Award last year. He can go get them with the best of anyone.
Into the box, Diaz. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. This is in the air to right. Moving under it, Hayward, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Well, I think this is a slider down in the zone, running away. And that's a very difficult pitch to drive with any authority unless you're a guy like Matt Kemp. And this becomes a harmless fly out to right field.
Settling in now, Mike Leake, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Well, much, much better here in the second inning. To me, he looked a little bit tentative early on. It's starting to look like he's finding the rhythm now.
And he falls behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Strike three called, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. Bottom of the second inning coming up, all square at 2 apiece. Jason Hayward stands in for the first time now, looking to stay hot. He's been a real force at the plate over the last week or so.
Jason Hayward.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike one. Chop foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Shot toward second. And this inning starts with a solid base hit.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Addison Russell will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch of the at-bat. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
The 1-0 delivery. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, missed. 2-1.
Well, he was certainly geared up with a fastball swing in a fastball count. And they sure picked the right time to change up on him. He never saw that one coming.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Miguel Montero waits on deck. 2-2 is our score. Leadoff man aboard at first here with nobody out. And he misses here for ball four. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already that's 2 walks here in the early going. And that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick.
Miguel Montero will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. He's set. Here it comes. And he takes ball one.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do him any favors with the previous batter, and now here's another call that goes against him on the mound.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Just missing here, 2-0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. Two guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in if you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Jason Hamill. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And the squeeze was on, but this one will get fouled. Misses the bunt attempt, and we'll see what's up now on 0-2.
Two pitches out of the strike zone and two failures to get the bunt down. Now what are they going to do 0-2?
Oh, and he struck him out. A big strikeout there with the bases loaded, and that's the first out of the inning.
Oh, that is a great call right there. They really needed a strikeout in that spot, and they got it. And now with one away, you can even get out of this scot-free if you can get a ground ball here.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. Bases are loaded here, one man out. That's inside. 2-0.
Now, even with the bases loaded, this is a green light situation on a 2-0 count. You're looking for your pitch in your location, and then you better let it rip.
Three and 0 now.
Take sign?
That would be a take sign.
There's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
That's a little surprising that that was something other than a fastball, but hey, at least he got it over.
And that misses. Ball four. A run will come in to score.
Yeah, that's his second walk here in the inning, and this one, it's going to hurt big time. You don't want to say that he's brought this upon himself, but this is what happens when you fall behind and can't throw strikes.
Kyle Schwarber has a great opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, and sure he's been watching closely here, Matt. Always feels great to get some run support from your guys.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
And that sinker is normally where he gets most of his ground ball outs. But it really hasn't been all that effective a pitch so far.
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Molina has a play. 2 gone.
Boy, you got to believe he's counting his lucky stars out there on the mound. He's facing one of the best run producers in the game with the bases loaded, and he's able to retire him. He's still not off the hook yet, but at least that'll earn him a big exhale out there.
Chris Bryant could really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases juiced.
And these chances are sometimes few and far between. You got to make the most of them, and a big hit here could really change the feeling of this game.
Lays off 1-0. That pitch count, as you see, already standing at 41.
And you don't need Eric or I to tell you about that. That's way too many this early.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Looking to minimize the damage here. Grounded back up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. 1 run scores. And the run is in to score from second. It's 5-2.
First baseman
Anthony Rizzo will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Pulled toward right center field. Number 41 will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We played 2 full. Cubs lead it 5-2. Stephen Piscotty will stand in. He singled to lead off the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run.
And you know, guys, I just love the way he went the other way with that. Now I'm interested to see if he has a similar approach in this at-bat.
Chopped at the plate. That rolls foul for strike 1. Hamill gets the sign. Here he comes 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
Up high. 2-1 now. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he's 2 for 2 as he's in there with a double.
And out on the mound, you just got on the board, taking the lead, and you're hoping for a quick shutdown inning, but this guy's got other plans because he drills this ball, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Standing in now, number 41, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. In the dirt here. Throw goes to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a pitch in the dirt, and as a runner, it's hard sometimes to tell whether you should advance or not. But I think the catcher just lost sight of this thing just for a moment, and as soon as he reads that at second base, he's off for third.
Runner at third here, nobody out. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground to short. Gloved by Russell. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they're giving you the run on a ground ball. So he just takes advantage of that and drives home the run.
Matt Carpenter digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. One out, nobody on. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Squared that one up just a little late. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2. Brandon Moss waits on deck. And a good pitch there as this ball sent out to straightaway central for Fowler. And that's out number 2. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Stepping in, Brandon Moss. He reached on a single in his first try.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 5 and the Cardinals 3. Ben Zobrist digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Hit in the air to shallow center. Carpenter onto the grass. He's got it 1 away.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. And you'll take that every time.
Now to the plate, Jason Hayward. He singled his last time up. And that misses, ball 1.
Now, after a rough couple of innings, you'd like to give your guy a chance to straighten himself out here, but I also think you got to keep your options open in case he just doesn't have it.
Low and away as he misses again, 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
And even on 3-0, it's no given that he's going to be taken up there. We've seen him go after pitches in this spot before. He's not going to hold back.
1 out, nobody on. And he gets the call there, 3-1. Hayward takes as that pitch misses for ball 4. He'll take the walk.
And you'd like to say, good job there, good eye. But in reality, nobody's swinging at that pitch. It's not even close.
Russell.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Addison Russell. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Pitch out, nothing doing. Runners on first with 1 down. Can't connect there on the breaking ball. 1-1. You guys surprised at all that that man doesn't have the bullpen going yet?
Well, he's showing a lot of faith in his starter, but to me, you've at least got to get someone stretching down there. Move him around a little bit.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. You see anything mechanically that leaps out at you about what might be going wrong?
I just kind of think he's overthinking things out there. You hear catchers talk about telling pitchers to trust their stuff, and I think right now he's just not trusting his stuff.
2-1, here it is. Tap fouled at home plate. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Jerko has it to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. We've got more on this Sunday night after this. Leading off the inning, Matt Holliday, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Zobrist is there. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The batter, third baseman, Jed Jerko.
Leadoff man retired, and here's Jed Jerko. Hamels is ready. Here's the pitch. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Three runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Line drive to left. And he's able to reach down and put this one away. Great concentration there for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but this is one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Still 2-2. Two out, nobody on. And another foul ball. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Montero gathers. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Miguel Montero is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Catcher, number 47.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Seems like there have been quite a few of these easy takes here in these first few innings.
Actually, a lot of easy takes. He's making it much too simple for these guys to get into good hitters counts.
Hit hard toward the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
But you can feel for him, too, because you know exactly what's going through his mind right there. He can't believe it. You know when you're going good at the plate, all the little flares and bleeders, they all start going your way and they fall in. But when you're scuffling like he has, even the Rockets find a glove.
Into the box now, Jason Hamill. As he swings down on the first pitch and sends a chopper over to third. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
Yeah, on a slow chopper like that, that is the third baseman's ball if he can get to it. He's got the momentum going the right way towards first base. So he'll just cut right in front of the shortstop and make that play to first.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
You worry a little about things snowballing from here?
Well, you know, these are two teams that don't traditionally care for each other too much, so we've seen this go south before.
High in the air into shallow left center. Holiday is under it. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. And it remains 5-3. Diaz heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. 0-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. In there, a base hit. Head down through first. He's heading for 2. And a good bounce back from 0-2. It's a leadoff double.
Now batting. Catcher.
Wow. And how he managed with that swing to wind up with a double is beyond me. Hey, that's baseball.
In now, Mike Leake. Leake squares to bunt, and he gets it down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
And with your pitcher at the plate, you always like it when he can get that bunt down on the very first pitch. Not only do you let him get back to the dugout and rest up just a little bit, but you also keep that momentum going. And that's a nice job right there.
Stepping in now, Stephen Piscotty. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with 1 away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Can't catch up to that pitch, and it's a ball and a strike. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Hamill sets. 1-2 on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Fowler has a read on it, and the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And they'll creep a bit closer. The sacrifice fly makes it a 5-4 ball game now.
And that's a good job there to get that run back and just kind of chip away at this lead. It's down to 1 now after the sacrifice fly.
Number 41 will dig in. 1 for 2 with a double in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And now after that sac fly, this is where you got to just clear the deck and start this inning over.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
And he'll try and tempt him with 1 in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, right back to that inside location. When a guy shows you he can't handle a tough slider on the hands, you can bet that guy on the mound, he's going to go right back to that pitch before too long.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Cubs are on top, 5-4. Kyle Schwarber comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Yeah, you could tell right there. 0-2, he's just thinking about protecting the plate. And he nearly chased a bad one there, but he caught himself at the last possible instant.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And strike 3 called as he gets a little help there. 1 away. Offense apparently not hard to come by tonight as you get a look at our line score through the first half of the ball game, and boy, the runs have been coming fast and furious so far. Chris Bryant strides into the box now, launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
You almost get the sense here that he wants to stay away from throwing the fastball. Almost like he doesn't want to get burned.
On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. They lead it 5-4. Matt Carpenter will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Just overmatched him there.
Hamill into the wind. Here's the 0-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
If you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Standing in now, Brendan Moss, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced, and yet he's getting lit up. I mean, you got to throw first pitch strikes, but they can't be hittable.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count. 0-2. Living a little dangerously here.
Yeah, you don't have to go looking for trouble. Trouble will find you if you're putting pitches there.
Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
Pretty stress-free inning so far. 2 batters, 6 pitches, and 2 strikeouts.
Matt Holliday will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
First pitch on its way. Smoke toward third. Bryant is up with it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals, and the deficit holds at 5-4. Ben Zobrist will get settled in here as the Cubs look to get it going in their half of the sixth.
Second baseman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Too high, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. One and two now as that's in there at the knees. Hit hard on the ground to second. And reined in, one away.
And after a hot start, the bats have pretty much gone missing here in the middle innings. He sort of reinvented himself out there and has really turned things around.
Into the box now, Jason Hayward. He drew a walk his first time up. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball one.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Bases are empty, one man out. In for a strike, it's 1-1. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Diaz backs up and takes care of it, 2 away.
And you just get the sense that he's got it on cruise control out there now. Make it 9 in a row he's set down.
Addison Russell will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
In the air to left field and deep. Back on this one is Holiday, but he's going to run out of real estate as that one is gone. A solo shot here to left. Number 21 for him on the season, and it's now 6-4.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Tyler Lyons will come in and pitch now.
For St. Louis, number 70, Tyler Lyons.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. The 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up to start the 7th. It's the Cubs 6 and the Cardinals 4. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front. And before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Jed Jerko will lead things off in the inning for St. Louis, and he'll be followed by Yadier Molina, who waits on deck.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Pedro Strop is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Number 46, Pedro Strop.
Jed Jerko will lead things off in the inning for St. Louis, and he'll be followed by Yadier Molina, who waits on deck.
Jerko.
Check swing and a pop-up now to the left side. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
You know, this guy's been a savior out of the bullpen for this team so far this season. His ERA is under 2 coming into play, and he gets the first man to greet him right here.
Yadier Molina will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. That's wide, 2-0. Here it comes, 2-0. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Rizzo will get there as he's able to tuck this one away just past the first base dugout for out number 2.
2 batters now in the inning, and he's gotten a pop-up and a little soft liner, so he's making it look pretty easy out there.
Into the box now, Diaz. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle, it's 0-1.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
That misses to the Cardinal shortstop, and it's even at 1-1. A little bit outside, 2-1. And, ooh, that strike zone's getting a little inconsistent now. It's 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
And this guy won't lay down here because there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's putting up a good fight.
And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, veteran
Matt Adams will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
number 32, Matt Adams.
Into the seats, 0-1. This is hit high and deep out to left. Schwarber ranging back. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. One left for the Cardinals. Score remains steady at 6-4. Matthew Bowman will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Matthew Bowman.
Chris Coughlin is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the seventh. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Holiday moves over, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The center fielder, number 24, Dexter Fowler.
Digging in, Dexter Fowler. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
Ready on 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Ready to deliver the 1-2. In tight with the slider, 2-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Fly ball heading for the alley. Center fielder giving chase, but he can't get there. This splits the outfielders and heads toward the wall. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Well, these guys know the deal from the offensive standpoint. They've got to add on to give their bullpen just a little more breathing room. And this is a good start as he jumps all over this one and drives it for 2 bases.
In now, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Throw gets him, 2 down. And this is dropped at third base. It'll stay right there, though, so there will be no advance.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris Ryan.
Chris Bryant will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
Here comes the first pitch. Out in front of it, strike one. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike two.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. One left for the Cubs. They're up 6-4. Hector Rondon will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Hector Rondon.
Leading off the inning, Stephen Piscotty, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't trade places with that guy for anything. I mean, this would sting on a 95-degree afternoon in Arlington. But on a cold night like this, he's going to be feeling that for a couple of hours. That's called a good old-fashioned jam sandwich.
Into the box, number 41, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Shoots this one to first. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
Matt Carpenter will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runner at first here, one man out. Hit hard up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. Now a long throw to third, and Fowler won't gun him down. He's in safely at third.
A good job here. He stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots his ball right back up the middle.
Now time is called, and a bit of a curious decision here to say the least, as we'll get a pinch runner at third here. Don't know if something's wrong or what. Stepping in now, Brandon Moss. Hit well on the ground to first. To second for one. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Cubs 6 and the Cardinals 4. Number 11 will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing center field, number 11.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
0-1.
In there, strike one. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now a swing and a ground ball. Jerko fields it cleanly, and the throw on to first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away.
Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember.
Ben Zobrist will step in, a ground out victim as last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses for ball 1.
0-1, no strike.
Well struck but foul over by the coaching box. Hit to short. Diaz takes it in. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
This guy's one of those unsung type pitchers. He's not the setup guy. He's not the closer, but these are the guys that keep you in the ball games, and he's doing the job here.
Jason Hayward steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. First delivery to him on the way. And good contact there as this is hit high and deep to right center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Matt Holliday set to lead things off when we come back. It's the Cubs 6 and the Cardinals 4. Back here in Chicago with a great view of downtown as we're set here to start the 9th inning from Wrigley Field. And there is Matt Holliday now. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. Aroldis Chapman is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Aroldis Chapman.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Matt Holliday, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
And up by 2 here in the 9th, he needed to make sure he could keep that leadoff man off base so they don't get the tying run to the plate. That's a huge first out.
Jed Jerko will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Hit to first. Rizzo is there. And he'll take this on to first, and they're down to their final out, 2 away.
Yeah, 2 ground ball outs right here to start the 9th. That's as easy as you can make it. Now he's just 1 out away from picking up the save.
Yadier Molina makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. one of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Chapman has the target, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. And this pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 now to Molina. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And obviously a walk here would be a huge development in this game with 2 outs in the 9th inning. You don't want to bring that tying run to the plate.
Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. Throw on to first will be in time to get him, and the Cubs have finished off a 3-game sweep here on home soil as this one is over.
Oh, that is just straight gas on the final pitch. 100 miles an hour as he comes in to finish this one off.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 6-4. Good night from Chicago.
Here now is the final line score tonight.